we have a lot of countries involved here, and probably there are some facts that are really nice. Let's say in 1999, the first cybercrime unit created in Latin America was in Chile. They were the first ones that actually started trying to catch these hackers or slash crackers or whatever. And also we have Colombia, Argentina, Mexico that started making some change on their law. Again, it's a different law. In the case of Mexico, we have a law that says that anybody that copies, modifies, destroys information stored in a system protected by any countermeasure could get 6 months to 2 years of prison. The thing here is that it's not like here that you have precedents and you can try off on doing or judge some way. But in the case of Mexico, if you have a Rottweiler, this dog, and you put it in front of the computer, that's a countermeasure. So also you have to be careful on that, because a computer that has no patch, that has no firewall, no antivirus, it has a countermeasure because it's behind a door, right? So I'm not going to stop here. There's also something very interesting. The FBI last year said that hacking you get more profit from hacking than drug dealers. I don't know if you have seen that. I'm still trying to find out how. I still don't get it, because pretty much what I have seen, and I'm going to take 3 countries from all of Latin America. The first one, Brazil, as I told you, one of the ones that have more issues on hackers, crackers, that actually they're using a lot of phishing, they're using ID theft. In this case, I'm showing you, this is a newspaper stand in one corner of Sao Paulo. And actually, if you have been there, probably you have seen this. They're actually selling more virus and hacker, either books or magazines than the National Geographic. And the way it's happening there, especially, they're the kids, the ones that are starting to do a lot of things. In the case of Colombia, and I'm sorry about this, I'm going to show something that is a little impressive. That's why I'm advising you. I'm pretty sure that you knew that there was a bombing between, well, in the border in Ecuador and Colombia. The U.S. actually helped, and it was a bombing to stop one of the biggest heads of the FARC, of the guerrilla down there. It was a very impressive and very good operation that actually got a lot of information to do intelligence and start getting these guys. So actually, this is the head of the FARC, Raúl Reyes. And actually, we were able to find a lot of information, different laptops that were actually seized. And then, well, Interpol did a review on how information was seized, and that information is actually very interesting because it was able to get what we have seen the last week, another capture in Colombia. What's going on? Organized crime is organized. Law enforcement is unorganized. The issue is pretty much, right now we're facing, they're recording messages on an MP3 file. They split it, they encrypt it with PGP, and they transmit it not digitally, but analogic over radio or over, whatever. So you have all the parts, and you have to decrypt, you have to try to put everything on place. So it's getting very difficult when organized crime is actually more advanced than what we're trying to do, right? So this is in Mexico. And as you can see here, and if you have been in Tijuana, you can see that that's piracy, right? The issue here is that this is not normal piracy. One of the biggest organized crime groups that is called La Familia, the family, actually started to get profits from piracy. So we're trying to see that they're not just doing drugs, they're not doing, money laundering or whatever. They're starting to get into other parts that are actually very interesting because they use technology. So we're trying to figure out what's going on. So yes, that's me. What's the reality? And just to clarify and finish this is internet is only known by the small population, but affects everybody. And as you know, people that they don't have internet access, they actually their information is stored in a database. In the case of Mexico, and I don't know if you have heard about this, someone stole the database of our voting system, right? Well, it wasn't really that way. What happened is that someone that was hired to do the backups of the database figured out that he could get a second backup and bring it home. Then he contacted someone here in the US and he sold that information. He was dumb enough to sell it for like $30,000, all the information. So, those kind of things. There's a huge difference in law, and that's a very important thing, because in comparison to the states, you have the presidents and all that, and in our case, if it's not exactly as it is written on the law or the code, it's not a felony. So it's very difficult. We share a lot of things, and we were talking yesterday with Mitch about it. At the end, if we don't have the system that was violated and the person that violated in the same country, it's going to be hard. We have we need that everything is in the same one. If not, it's going to be very hard. As I said, organized crime is organized, law enforcement is unorganized. Few countries have law enforcement capabilities. As I told you, one of the things that we face as an issue is that pretty much all the computer forensic tools are in English. And we don't, well, most of the people that work for the government, they don't speak English. So that's a huge area if you work in a computer forensic company, make tools in Spanish and in other languages. Skills, technology, and resources may vary. And international cooperation, and we were talking yesterday also, most of the cases that we have where we need information from servers in the US, you have to do it because it's your friend, or you knew it in a conference like this, or you have a friend that has a mother-in-law that has whatever, and we're able to get that information. But as you know, once you get information, you cannot use it. You have to wait until the normal mutual treatments can be done in place. So how we can help international cooperation? We need new agreements. We need to figure out how to do things quickly. As you know, time is crucial when we're talking about information and cybercrime. Awareness, and actually this was already addressed in one of the presentations. I like one quote here: information security biggest issue is not about technology, it's the way we use technology, right? Bruce Schneider. So, and finally, one of the things that we haven't seen is we don't have standardized procedures on chain of custody, seizing evidence, analysis, and things like that. If we start doing that, if something happens that a hacker from Brazil actually violates, hacks a server here in the States for a Mexican company, how we're going to try and bring the information into which country, right? So, muchas gracias. Thank you very much for your help here. And just to you know, as Jason said, I'm really impressed also. It's very difficult that people that normally use hats from their company are right now seated here and talking about this. I'm really impressed, and congratulations for that.